Yeah, welcome to today's um session, where we continue our backend server. We've actually built the login and logout and we tested it, right? Now we want user to be able to log out, right? To log out um from the page, right? So let's build our logout functionality, right? So we have to go as count logout is equals to an async function, right? So you have to accept parameter request and response. Please, if you find this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, a like, right? Then now we have to go in with our try and cache block, right? So what are we doing here? We are clearing the cookies. Let me just explain it. Here, when you log in, it's setting cookies. Yes, it's setting a token to. You passing this token to this cookies. That is the response we are getting when you log in. You understand? But for the logout, this token here, you are clearing it. You understand? So you are going to be doing uh, response dot clear cookies, right? Clear cookies. Yeah. So this cookie is actually this token that we are clearing out from our longer functionality. So when the user access this endpoint, right, they log out. It logs them out of the application directly. So basically, there are more advanced logic to add to it if you're on production, right? But then I would like to remain basic. Maybe in our advanced um, next course, right, I'll be talking about um, um, putting adding our env to this same side security, right? I'll explain the production and environment, you understand? Then but basically this can also work for now, right? This can also work. So when they after this is going to give them login successfully, then you have to now go as if you have to go as response.json, right? And this message meaning server error if there is an error, or let us console log the error out. This for our logout functionality, so we don't have to pass it here. Logout, right? So that is it. So when they come to this, we are going to create route for this. When they come to this endpoint, they will log out. And we also need endpoint to get um user details. You understand? Although it's required in the project to get user details, but although you don't really need it here, if you follow this step, because now when you log in, right, it actually return you this your details here, so you can actually use it. You understand? But let me just show you how to get users data. You understand? So users data. So you'll be getting the user data by ID. You get the person's data and get it by ID. Get user data is an async function. Then request and response. Here you are requesting, right? So let's go now on try and cache. What's going on? Try cache. Yeah. Now you have to name an ID const, right? ID here is equals to request. Yeah, from params. This is how you get your ID. You understand? Just get it locally from the URL. You understand? So um so you request it. So then you now have to look for this ID inside your database and use to get that person's data, right? So what we do next now is const user data is equals to our width, our database, right? This is our database here. Our database. Yeah, this is it here, right? Please, as I've said, if you find this helpful, if I'm imparting little knowledge to you, just support this channel to get more. You understand? To motivate me from doing this. Um, Hot mode dot find by ID. Understand? Find by, then you are passing this ID here, right? This ID here, you pass it as a parameter to use. I think that you use this ID to find, to check this our data here. This our database, right? Check it. Then if you see an ID here, then if you see this ID, you understand what will you do. But what will you do, right? So if, let's say first, if there's no, if you do not see match, like we should not see, if you do not find by ID, right? This, I've told you that this sign here, it means not. You understand? If not user ID, user data, what should happen? So what? Return a response. Return what? Response dot status. Yeah, yeah. That 44 dot JSON, user not found. But if there is ID, like if you are able to get the ID, what should we do? You have to be able to what? Return the data to the front end as you've done on the edit, right? You have to be able to return the data. You understand? So um return, um you have to even, yeah, return this ID back to the user. You understand? Return the data back to the user. This is this person, and you have to return them back to the user. Yeah. Uh, so okay, return response, right? The status that this is this person, right? Yeah, that it is here. The JSON. This is how it is. But then I don't want all this data to return. You understand? I don't want all this data to return to the front end, right? I don't want all this data to return to the front end, because now if you just find by the here, you just return everything. I think here, right? You can just tell it not to return everything. You understand? Dot select. Well, yep, yes. Dot select. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then you should just um um see minus here and the password. Just don't follow copilot though. Yeah, if not, right? You should. Oh, yep, yep, yeah. So minus the, yeah, password. So to check for this password and to not return this password. So other data should be returned. You understand, with this specific ID. What else? Yeah, let me check out. Okay, okay. But then, right, it's going to return this one here. But no, you've minus in this place. You've removed the password here. So the front end. Next is somebody get a way to enter your website in our console and check inspect. They won't get this response, this password. You understand? They'll get your name and another thing, but they'll not get your password. Yeah, so you have to do console in case there's error. Console. I like this console log error. It's helping debug easily, right? So and you have to return this right from the server error. You understand? So now we have to pass these two out. You understand? We have to pass these two out. Now we have to pass logout and user data. Yeah, it is stated. So and you have to also import it in our route, right? Let's go to our route here. You have to import it. Then as for this one, you have to do let's create route for it. Auth route. This logout, you understand, is going to be a post request, right? And dot get. You understand to get admin user by ID. You understand? You know that this list here now. See get user data. You understand? Slash. You have to pass in the ID. You understand? This how we pass in the ID here. ID, right? Then you have to now pass this user data here that we're getting to this place. So this is going to be the endpoint we'll be using for our work. Now we also need, let me check the PWD, PRD. I mean, it's a PWD. Let me check the PRD. Let's check the other requirements. We need profile. You understand? We need endpoint for profile to get uh data. You understand? And the way to edit their data. I think we need that. Let's do that sharply on this video. Let's create another route, another controller. Let's call it profile.js, right? And we have to create a route for it, right? Under this route folder, you understand? So we are creating profile route.js. I hope my audio has not break. Cool. Okay, on this profile, we have to do actually this place here. This get by ID is the same thing we are doing for the profile. You understand? We don't even need it again. You understand? They can use the same endpoint, but because it's requested, and let's just copy it, right? Let's copy it, right? Let's import our yes, our database that we are getting here, and we want to be able to edit our profile. Const edit profile. Async request and response, right? An arrow function. There's an error here. This should be like this. Then try and catch block. Yes. Now you have to first get the idea of whatever you are editing. You understand? Const id is equals to request dot parents, right? So you're getting this ID, right, to edit it. So what I'm also getting, I'm still getting the data that you are going to be editing. That is the name, email, the bio, the skills, and goals. You understand? You understand? So let's do that. Okay, what is going on? Let's check if copilot is right. Okay, yeah. Request dot body, yeah. So const user is equals to admin dot find by ID. This one is our database, right? So find by ID, you're not passing this ID here. If you find the ID, you understand. If the ID is not correct, user not found. But if it's correct, so you are doing user.name is equals to name, uh or user.name. You understand? And we can follow this cool pilot code, right? It's right actually. So you are already editing it here. This our user.name that is here is is equals to this name we are passing in from here. You understand? This is our user that we are finding for that user that we found by ID. Inside that user, this dot, you understand, you are nesting inside that and search for name, you understand, and this name value you are representing it with this name here, you understand, that you are requesting. Anything you are requesting here, you are representing. I hope you understand. So then we now do await dot save. You understand? This is correct. So just add this one, right? This is also correct. So this is how it works. This is how it works, right? So now export the two data. You understand? So let's go to our house. You can see now, if you are following this, if you be following this video from the beginning, you kind of be seeing that it's getting more easier. You understand? There's nothing out there from Express, right? Then you have to do profile route as we've done before. So Copilot has understood our code very well. That's why it's giving us this suggestion. Postal route, you understand, is equals to express express the route, you understand. So we are now working now on so profile route dot no before we do that, right, let's our import, right, um get what is our distance here, sorry, get user, supposed to be even get user data, you understand, and edit profile, you understand. That's what we want to be doing in our profile page, right? So that's all our route, sorry. Okay, from controller slash yeah profile dot js, right? Then we now go as profile route dot get, you understand. You now go like just you can give it anything you want, right? And do get user data, you can do get profile, anything you want. Just make sure that after whatever you put you put here, you put slash and you put this sign and id, right? And for edit, you understand, profile right dot put, you understand. So this is what you use to edit is put slash edit profile, then you have to pass in the id, you understand. So we have to export default, you understand. So now let's now create this one to be working on the server. So let's go to import eh, um, import profile out here. We've imported it here. Then as we've done this one, I say app.use, you can do slash API slash profile. Then okay, let's try to save our data. So we have an error. Um, in profile.js, right? Let's go to profile JS. What is the error? That's why it's yeah. This import was not correct. So it's good. It's good. It's good you know how to read your consoles. You understand? So everything now is now working. Let's try to test this. You understand? I think the next video we should finalize this backend, right? We have to host this backend to render and connect it to the front end, and then we can start our front end application. So let's test this. You understand? Let's create. What is the name of this video? Okay, this mentorship. Okay, add request. You understand? And this is just copy this. So right. Um, what is our endpoint? Let's go and choose our. Let's now testing first. Let's do get data. You understand? Get user data. What's our endpoint? Let's start from here. It will be slash API slash profile slash API slash profile slash short. Let's go to our route. Check slash profile slash. Yeah, I can just copy this. We are going to be removing this one from the front end. Then from the postman, moving that ID part. Then we paste it. But this place here, that place, that um column ID, right, is going to be the ID of that data, right, or that user that we are using, that we are getting. Mm, we don't even have ID here, right? I don't think. Let me do login first. Let me log in first. If I'll get this, our login safe is not bringing out the response. Understand? For us to know the ID, we have to be able to log into our database, right? To get the ID of that user. You understand, right? So please like and follow this video. When it's 30 minutes, I will try to stop it so it shouldn't be too long. We have register. Someone sign in. We have um, um, this is our user. So this ID you are going to be using. And let's look for one ID here to be get by. Let's get this person's data. So let's say I'm assuming I'm this person. You understand, right? Okay, we've not even done authorization to check if data is logged in. You understand? You have to add all that too. Let's go. What happened? Okay, step here. Right, you can see you've gotten this person's data. Very fine and working. You understand? So let's now try to edit. You understand? Let's that edit profile. Let's try to work on it. Add another request here. Let's name it edit profile. You understand? So let's still add Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's take this person's data here. Let's assuming this is the data. Just copy the data and try to edit it. I don't know if this created that. Yeah, let's edit. There's no bio there. I know I didn't know when I restart. Let me now add my bio now. I am a full stack developer. You understand? I am a full stack developer, right? Let's go. Okay, you have to change this place to what? To put as with add it here. This place, yeah, put. Understand what is going on here. So you have to do that here. There's something wrong in our URL. Okay, sorry. Our endpoint. I did not change the endpoint. The endpoint is edit profile, right? Edit profile. This one is get profile. Is edit profile. API profile slash. You have to be very careful here. Sharp, sharp, right? Yeah, right. Profile slash edit profile, right? Profile slash edit profile. ID. Yeah, it's supposed to work now. Oh, there's an error. I'm supposed to be having this call size profile that's edit profile. Yeah, profile updated successfully. Now you edit this profile. You understand? Working perfectly. Now you have to be. I think in our next video, we'll be working on check out. You understand? Check if you are authenticated. Check if you have token, not just any token. If your token is actually real. So before you can edit or do anything, make or edit or uh, make anything inside our perform any operation inside the application, you have to check if you are authenticated, if you are a real user. You understand? So you have to check that. You understand? Start inside our next video. Please like and follow for more. Just support this channel, right? You don't just like, don't take anything. Take care. See you on the next video. Bye for now.